Hello and welcome to episode 65 of Pentagon for Gold, where today we are continuing in the Club World Cup with a quarter-final against Liverpool. This is not going to be an easy game by any means. It's the second time we faced Liverpool in this save. The last time was, I believe, with Cape Town Spurs, where we probably got smashed. I think it might have been 6-0 or something crazy. I wouldn't expect it to be that bad today, but we did actually manage to beat Inter Milan last time out, and that was 5-0, which I wasn't expecting. So hopefully we can do a similar job on Liverpool and get through to the semi-final, where we would play Barcelona or Man City. So if we do get through here, we'll be the only non-European team through. This is going to be a difficult tournament to win, and we'll give it our best, but can't make any promises. What makes this task even harder is that a lot of our players are injured or not really fully fit because of playing in that game against Inter Milan. And I don't know quite what's going on with the Liverpool lineup. I'm not quite sure why Trent seems to be playing centre-back. I imagine it's just slightly messed up with the formation. But Thiago Emiliano's not fit and shouldn't really be playing any part in this game. Minho isn't fit at all. Diego Carlos isn't really fit, but he's sort of fit enough to play in this game, and Edson Rosas having to play in midfield with him. Neither of them are really box-to-box midfielders at all, but one of them is going to have to do it, and I think I've got Diego Carlos as our guy. Rodosvaldo Jal, this is a big game for him. He's a 2.5-star 19-year-old who he's played a few games, but none as big as this. So I would not expect a good result from this game, but let's hope that we can somehow pull off a surprise, because it's going to have to be a surprise if we're going to win here. Come on, lads. I think Liverpool have got pretty much their strongest lineup. But yeah, they are playing Alexander-Arnold as a centre-back with Botello, who's a Mexican who's really good. Where's he playing? Is he playing a right-back? But he's more of a central midfielder. But he does look very good regardless. So it's going to be a tough ask. But hopefully, with the slight added fitness we've got in the players that are playing in this game, compared to Liverpool's, we can get a result. It's a tame shot from Jardin straight into the hands of Meslier. I think we need to be going at that midfield and the right back, with them all being very tired. Our players aren't in a great state, but they're in a better state than that. And from the looks of it, we're actually dominating this game so far, which is a bit surprising. But if we can keep doing this and actually nick a goal at some point, that would be brilliant. And that is half-time. Not much has happened. But let's encourage the boys. They've been decent so far. Come on, lads. I don't know whether there's extra time in this tournament or whether it goes straight through to penalties. I'd suspect probably straight through to penalties, particularly with how condensed all the games are. It would be very harsh to expect the teams to deal with extra time. And here we go with Altair into Jardin. Rosas finds Franco, and we're ahead. We're ahead against Liverpool. This is not my first choice team, and we are absolutely smashing it so far. Almost 2 expected goals. We are 1-0 up. Everyone's quite tired. Let's get Diego Carlos off because he's exhausted. I don't really know who to play. I guess Douglas can play there. And we don't have many options elsewhere. I guess Asen Sal can come on for Sydney. And that can hopefully give us a bit of a fitness boost for the rest of this game. Just help us see it out. Franco just about beats Alexander-Arnold after a little bit of a tussle. Franco, his cross is deflected off the left back for Liverpool. And we'll have a corner here, but nothing comes of it. Right, time for another sub. I guess it's going to have to be Alisson. He's a right back or a centre back. Let's get him on as the centre back. Oh, is he 2-star there? Okay, let's keep Gavassi on then. Perhaps Rosas needs to come off for Alisson there. Does he have... No, he's just not a very good player overall. But all we really need is a bit of energy in this midfield just to power us towards the finish line. And no doubt our players will be even more exhausted for the next game if we do get through here. Jardin loses it to Botello, and now Liverpool have a proper counter-attack on here. Vinicius Jr. beats Douglas way too easily, but eventually just loses the ball for no apparent reason. He wasn't really under pressure. Alisson's got the ball now, finds Douglas, gets the return pass, finds Rodgers Faldejao. Oh, what a strike! 2-0 up against Liverpool, and he's stepped up on the biggest stage of his career so far with a really powerful shot. That's a great goal from him. We're tearing through some of these teams. I don't know what it is about this squad that we've got, because we are not player for player on the level of these teams. I guess it's just I rotate a bit more maybe, and maybe we're just driven to to be successful in any way we can. I don't know what it is, but we're doing a really good job. And this is really promising for the Copa Libertadores, because Liverpool are better than any team we're going to face in that. Mitrovic, difficult name to say that one. Franco finds Rodgers Faldejao again, and he's offside. Or maybe it was Franco offside. Yeah, it was Franco offside. And we've now just got a few seconds to have the clock tick down. Botello on the ball, loses it to Jardin, his compatriot. And that's a 2-0 victory against Liverpool. What a performance from the boys. I was not expecting that at all. And the way we're playing, you'd expect this to be our tournament to lose, but obviously we are playing some really, really good teams. There's a transfer offer accepted for Roberts. He's a 4-star player, or a 3.5-star centre-back. He's in the Dream 11. He's also wanted by some pretty big teams, so we're going to have to try and negotiate and convince him to join. As you can see, we've got quite a lot of money here. And we've got potentially our goalkeeper is going out, but I'm not really keen on that happening. I don't think we can actually replace him. So Vinicius Enrique went to Leicester for a lot of money, and that's where we got that money from. Currently, Gustavo Mateus has a bid of 26 million to 37 million. Any other time of year, I would be accepting it, but I can't be losing him midway through the season, because I can't really play with anyone. I can't buy anyone and use them in Libertadores unless they haven't played in the competition. And if we have a look at the teams that don't play in the Libertadores, you'll see there's not a great selection. Vasco da Gama, but their centre-backs are the stars for them. Internacional, Palmeiras, Corinthians, and other teams that are lower down the table, but no one really on the level. And there aren't really that many good goalkeepers that we could get. And you may have noticed also Sakar going to Chelsea from Flamengo. He is a big player, and as a result, the best goalkeeper in the division is Gustavo Mateus. So unless we sign someone from abroad who was Brazilian, then we wouldn't be able to actually make any signings. And they all want to, if they do come from abroad, they all want 100k at least, and I just can't offer that. So my inclination is to keep Gustavo Mateus, in spite of the fact that it's a really, really fantastic bid from Bournemouth. I just can't afford to lose him, not at this point. So as you can see, I have cancelled that Gustavo Mateus deal. He hasn't kicked off a fuss yet, so I think we're okay. He was in the middle of being granted a work permit, which was why I couldn't cancel him beforehand. But actually, we've also got another player potentially signing in. So Robert was happy with the wages we offered of 63k with a 12k appearance fee. And if we have a quick look, Giancarlo coming in for 20 to 23 million. He is a 3.5-star 18-year-old from Gremio. He wouldn't be able to play in the Copa Libertadores for us, but he looks like he's going to be a really good player. He's very young, he's got lots of potential, and he's got some really good stats already, so I reckon he's going to be a great player at some point. So he is the other player that we're looking to use that 20 million for. And Giancarlo has now signed. We've got a really good 18-year-old box-to-box midfielder coming in for quite an expensive fee, but hopefully it'll be fully worth it for the club. And here we go with the second game of the episode, which is against Manchester City. And they've got a bit of an all-star team, particularly those forwards. Adeyemi, Foden, Thacker is a regen who's really, really good. He's I think he's Australian or maybe New Zealand. And Erling Haaland, of course, up front. So it's a dangerous team to be facing. You may notice Moti Elbaz as well on the bench. He was someone we signed when we left Guangzhou Evergrande. And he didn't really play there at Guangzhou Evergrande very much. He went on loan to Real Sociedad before being bought by Man City. And he's certainly a top class player, judging by the player that I saw when I bought him. And today's game, we've had to have a little bit more rotation again. As you can see, we're not using all our substitutes because not many of them are registered and things, and injuries and a suspension for Belly, which means Romulo starts in the centre of defence with Gavassi. Douglas starts on the left to accommodate Joaquin Ramos, who I believe might be leaving in a few days. I can't quite remember. Alisson, who is potentially leaving as well in the midfield as a box-to-box midfielder, with Diego Carlos as the Mazzala. And Sidney and Rosa start on the wings with João and Minho up front, and Franco, who played pretty well in the last game, is sitting on the bench. So let's hope we can get the sort of result that we need to take us to the final. But regardless of what happens here, we will be playing another game in this tournament because there is a third, fourth playoff. And if we lose here, I'd rather just not play another game in the tournament. I'd rather just be able to get back to the league season, not be too tired for the Libertadores. But if we can get some money from it, I guess it's not all bad. Oh, that's a really good attempt from Rodisvaldo João. He took it very nicely. Good shot. Well saved by the keeper. He's looking really dangerous against some big teams. And now Manuel Minho, who is on a fitness test but should be able to play in almost all the game, loses the ball to Suarez, who clears it out pretty comfortably. Foden into Thaka. Oh, it's a great tackle. Phenomenal tackle to stop Thaka from scoring. Gustavo Mateus probably would have had the ball sneak past him there. And that is cleared out to Minho. And we have started the game okay. It's been pretty even, I think. And it's a promising sign. Obviously, City aren't as tired as Liverpool were, so it should be a tougher game than that. But I'm hoping we can get the sort of result we need to get us through to the final, where I can't quite remember who we were playing. Was it Bayern Munich or someone like that? Sydney. Oh, it's a great free. Oh, well, I say it's a great free kick. Probably a little bit too central, and the keeper should be doing better. But we're going to say it's a great free kick. Could the keeper have done better? Oh, yeah, he's definitely got to do better. Right at the keeper, to be honest. Disappointing for him not to have saved that, but I'll be very happy with that. Not quite liking the spacing in our defence here. That's a good tackle from Ramos. Unfortunately, it's gone straight back to Foden. And now Suarez. If we can win it back here, we've got a good chance for a counter, but we can't. And Phil Foden scores his first goal of the season with a header from Suarez's cross. Might have been a backwards header, that, but it was an impressive goal, but we probably should be defending a little bit better than that. Disappointing goal to concede from our defence. But we are still the better team so far in this game. It's not been great in terms of clear-cut chances, and City are definitely controlling the possession, but we've had more shots on target, and, these boys deserve to get through to the final. Let's see. Same team talk we gave at half-time of the Liverpool game. Seemed to work well last time. Carlos and Rosas both tired, but then the entirety of that City team seems to be tired as well. It's very unusual, some of the things they've gone for with the roles. Haaland is a deep line forward, two inside forwards, a Mazzala and a DLP behind an attacking midfielder. Brave. And Rodisvaldo João scored again. What a player this guy's turning into. Once again, he's been on a 6.5 before scoring, but damn, that was impressive. This guy's got something about him. Might have to start giving him some more opportunities. And Rosas definitely needs to come off. He's very tired. Jardin can come on. I think we'll get... Can we get Gavassi off at all? Not really. Let's get Diego Carlos off for Thiago Emiliano. And Sidney can come off for Asensao. He's a bit nervous, as in fact all of the players who've come on are a bit nervous, but it should be enough to get us through the game if we don't make any major mistakes. And we'll get on to a little bit of time wasting in a moment after this chance. Maybe we won't need to. Let's hope we don't need to. Asensao finds Douglas, finds Thiago Emiliano, and is he offside? Was he offside? I'm not convinced about that at all. Surely he's not off. I need to see that again. To Aston Sal, passed it into Douglas. Oh, he's just offside. That's unlucky. And now City have a chance. No doubt they'll score here. Jardon, though, able to carry it on the counter. Got lots of men open here. Can he get it into Migno? Come on. Oh, I should have set Migno up. Easy square across the box. Hanlon looks long for Marcus Leonardo, but can't get it through to him. And let's get the time wasting on, even though there is another chance here. Or maybe there isn't. Not quite sure what happened there. Romulo sends it long. Otavio Asensao. Got a couple of options. Jardon's here. Difficult angle to score from. Can he keep the ball at least? Yes, he can. And Thiago Emiliano's just hit it over the bar. But this has been some performance from the boys, and we've been absolutely brilliant this tournament. Wow. We've beaten Inter Milan 5-0, Liverpool 2-0, and Man City 2-1. And we're going to be playing against Manchester United in the final, which will be difficult. United are always good in FM saves, and it's going to be a tough game, but let's see what we can do against them. Now, looking at the schedule in a few days' time, it's going to be pretty condensed. So once we've played United, which is in 4 days' time, so a little longer rest than we've had so far, we then play Corinthians 3 days later before I think that's Cruzeiro. 2 days later with 1 day rest. Same for Goiás. 2 days before Avai, and then we've got not as bad. We've got sort of 2 games a week, but it's going to be an absolute killer for a little bit trying to get these guys through those games. But as you can see, the fitness of the players is not great, apart from all the unregistered players here. Yeah, it's going to be a difficult ask to get through this entire period without losing some games, because look how condensed this month is. It is mental. Calms down a little bit towards September and onwards from there, but we're going to have a difficult couple of months. Anyway, in the next episode, we could become Club World Cup champions. It's going to take a big performance against United, whose star player is Martin Moss, a regen. They came first in the Premier League 2 seasons ago now, and last season they came third. So it's going to be a difficult game, but let's hope we can get the result we need in the next episode. Anyway, if you have enjoyed this episode as much as I have, please do leave a like and subscribe to the channel, as it really helps me out. I hope to see you next time, but in the meantime, have a fantastic day.